Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you the second approach. That means how you can develop ScrollView using just purely code. Previously I have shown you the storyboard approach. I will just use the previous project so that I can save time. You can just create a new project similarly that I have shown in the previous video. So if you just create a new project, it will be like an empty screen. This storyboard will be an empty screen. So let's make that. Let's just delete all the views I have created. So view is cleared. I will not actually use the storyboard, so there's no point in using it. So actually, and remove this view controller too, because I'm going to actually create a new view controller, so that you have the you have the taste of how to create a new view controller. So let's create a new view controller, new file. It will be this will be iOS. This will be a Cocoa Touch Plus. Click next. So this will be for, let's call it a ScrollView controller. ScrollView controller will be a subclass of UI view controller. Click next and click create. So I will not be needing the previous view controller, so let's just copy all the function and delete the function that I have actually created. This won't be used. I can actually remove the reference totally, but this is not the scope of this lecture. You can just search in the internet and find how to remove the reference of the ScrollView. So let's just clear our new view controller. Just paste all the code. There is no outlet right now anymore. Just call them normal variable, and I also have to implement the delegate that I have actually previously implemented. Drop delegate and scroll view delegate. So these are implemented. There should not be any issue. Oh, this is already written, so just remove one. So it's clear, and I should have some view. Let's call just okay. So sorry, I won't be any view right now because I haven't mentioned any mentioned the window which view has to be loaded. It actually is done through this scene delegate. So let's go to the scene delegate and come to this scene. It is currently not named, so just call it window scene. And now we have this window. Set the window dot equal to window from this window scene. So window set. So I also have to mention the view controller that is used. Dot root view controller. Root view controller is the ground view controller, the root where the application starts. It's actually mentioned through project properties that it should be started through this view controller, but actually I'm overriding it so that my custom scroll view controller is called. So let's just call it here. So I have initiated an object of this class, and also I will have to call this make key invisible. This is actually very important, and you have to call this function as at the last position of this function. So it's done. Now our root view controller is bound with our this scroll view controller, and this is actually shown. So let's set some color. So how the view of this view controller is called, parent view, this view controller is called, it is called as view. So let's set some color, red. Let's run it. So okay, So our view actually is loaded, so it's working. And right now then I will have to change something. I also have to this lead cell has to be changed. I want to make this as closer. So why I want to make this? Because I will have to set some layout here. Previously we have set the layout in the storyboard. As we are not using the storyboard, we have to lay out the view here in the view did load function. So how can we use this? We can just create a new variable, but this is actually not created, as I have copied and pasted it from previous code. Let's just create it here with a closer. This parenthesis will execute it and we'll have a new view. So let's just create a variable, just name it the same ScrollView view, ScrollView, and just return scroll. So we have the new variable named ScrollView created, but we have to actually remove this delegate from here because it's executed. It's in the functional scope, so this self is not actually the self of this class. So we have to remove it and put it in the layout here. So now delegate is bound, and also we have to do same thing with this UI image. To UI image view, return it. This actually should suffice. Should execute it. Now we should be okay. So most important thing, if you use the code approach, first you have to set the constraint, which we have already made through the storyboard previously. You have to do it through code here, and also have to make the tree as we have dragged and dropped previously in the storyboard, and made a tree, as you might remember. So this tree has to be made here. So how we can make it? We can make it through the sub view. For example, this view is the parent view. So let's add the sub view, scroll view. So this scroll view is now the child of the parent view. So by this mechanism, we can make the tree of the layout. And third is actually most important, one of the most important thing. So this scroll view, you have to call this one translates auto resizing mask into constraints. This we have to call it, make it false actually. So otherwise your constraint won't work. So we have to do it similarly in image view, image dot translate. Actually I myself actually forget to add this function, and the feature doesn't work at all. Code approach doesn't work at all. So actually we have to remember this, very careful with this property. We have to always make this false if we want to add the constraint through the code. So now we can add the constraint. So there are actually two approaches that we'll be able to add the constraints. One is through this ns layer constraint. Call the array, set the constraint, scroll view. So similarly in previous approach we have set it in the center and then set top, left, right and bottom constraint. So we'll do similar here. super view. So similarly, it will be Y anchor. Leading anchor, and we have to also put some value here. It will be constant 0. Let's just copy this one. Trailing, top and bottom. Okay. So our constraints are added. Let's see if it works or not. Let's just set a background. So constraints is working. Drag and drop should also work. It's working but not showing because I haven't added any UI image there, image view in there. So similarly as in the previous lecture, we all add a image view as the child of the scroll view. So scroll view dot add sub view. This will be our image view, and now we'll add the constraint of the image view. So I'll actually show you the second approach of adding the constraints. Leading anchor dot constraints, this one. Similarly, it will be its parents ScrollView dot leading constraint 0, and now we actually have to make it active. So this is actually very important. Normally we just forget to actually call this is active, and it doesn't work. So we actually have to remember to add this is active. It's very important. So similarly, trailing top so we should see some image right now. We actually don't have to change anything from the previous function. Let's just drag and drop it. Nothing happening actually because ScrollView has no size right now. So to make this, just set some background color. Let's call it system gray and run it again. So some color will be shown and ScrollView will have some space. So if I drag and drop here, image is shown, our scrolling is working, and if we click the option button and resize it, it will resize, and it is in the center. So our previous code is totally working, and this is actually the process of adding a scroll view using the pure code. So thank you for watching.